Hey everybody, well it's Monday and that can mean only one thing. Yes, it's Europe Day on Gavs Weather Vids. Every Monday at gavsweathervids.com we do a European outlook looking at weather for the week ahead across the European continent. Now before we get on with the video, just want to talk about the advertising. There'll usually be a video ad overlaying my web videos at gavsweathervids.com. Please play those videos, you'll be supporting gavsweathervids.com by doing that. Also want to talk about the website where I'm getting the charts from. It's weathercentral.de. You can find that on my links page. So this is the situation today, and we've got high pressure here reaching across the bulk of the continent. This area of high pressure, the jet stream has finally pushed away to the north with this low pressure around Iceland, and we're bringing up much warmer air across the continent from the south. So we've got a very warm, hot day across the bulk of the continent today under this lovely area of high pressure. So if we have a look at the upper air temperature, we can see it's a warm sea now across the bulk of the continent, very hot through the Mediterranean. As you would expect, that warmth has extended north through France into Britain, Ireland, through much of Germany, Poland, into Ukraine, and then further north into parts of Denmark, and even getting up into some southern parts of Scandinavia. The coolest air now is in the far north of Scandinavia, around the bulk of Norway and parts of northern Sweden and through into Finland. So that's where the coolest air is, but the continent really is pretty hot today, pretty warm indeed. So if we have a look at the precipitation, where we've got a band of rain lying through Ireland and central and northern parts of the British Isles, through Scotland and Ireland in particular. That's a bit of a nuisance really, that weather front just wriggling around, and that's extending through the North Sea into some parts of southern Norway. We've also got some quite heavy showers across northern parts of Norway and northern parts of Sweden, and quite a bit of rain around Finland and Latvia as well. But the bulk of the continent, look at this, the bulk of the continent is largely clear of any precipitation today, completely dry day through the bulk of the continental landmass and into southern parts of England and Wales as well. Some heavy showers and thunderstorms around Italy, Corsica, Sardinia, and extending just into some of those Balkan regions. But really the continent is largely dry today. The Cape convective potential, well, there's not much Cape to be seen here. That's because it is largely dry. The convective potential is really down in the south around Italy and through into the Balkans. Could be some heavy thunderstorms there, but not much Cape really because it's largely dry. Very warm scene across the continent today. Temperatures at least into the mid to upper 20s for many of us, getting up into the 30s for some of us, particularly through the Mediterranean. Going to be up to around 100 Fahrenheit again from central parts of Spain, over 100 Fahrenheit, and again down around parts of Greece and Turkey. Temperatures could get up over 100 Fahrenheit, but of course it's expected there. But really the bulk of the continent is very warm. The coolest weather up across Scotland and through parts of Scandinavia. Into the middle part of the week, and we've still got high pressure largely dominating the scene here. One area of high pressure out to the west of British Isles, main area of high pressure to the east. The low pressure is well up to the north now, trapped up to the north with the jet stream. So it's really a very warm, hot scene across the bulk of the continent once again on a Wednesday. So the coolest air is up in the far north of Scandinavia, again around northern parts of Norway, Sweden. But really it's a hot scene there across the bulk of the continent again. Upper air temperatures really very warm or hot across most of Europe through the middle part of the week. Could still be some thundery showers, thunderstorms around parts of Italy, these alpine regions through in towards Hungary, the Balkans, maybe some southern parts of Poland and Ukraine. But again, really the bulk of the continent having a lot of dry weather. Notice these thunderstorms cracking off around the Bay of Biscay in northern Spain as well. That is signs of trouble for the latter part of the week. But a lot of dry weather here across the bulk of the continent through the middle of the week. And the convective potential, well, the convective potential is in the east and the southeast. That's where the thunderstorms could be cracking up. A very hot scene across the bulk of the continent through the week once again. Temperatures, even in British Isles, could get as high as 30 degrees midweek, that's 86 Fahrenheit. Mid-30s through much of France, Germany, Poland, Austria, and in towards Ukraine as well. Temperatures at least into the low 30s, possibly getting up to the mid to high 30s in some places, so well into the 90s Fahrenheit. And through these Mediterranean countries, we're into the 90s and 100s Fahrenheit as well. The coolest weather is for Scotland, and you can't see it on this chart, but for central and northern parts of Scandinavia. But really, it's a very hot and fine scene across the bulk of Europe through the middle of the week. Now, for the end of the week and into the weekend, we start to see a change. Those thunderstorms around Biscay that I was talking about were the signs of trouble, and by the time we get through to Saturday, we've got an area of low pressure here lying across the central parts of the continent that's moved up out of the Bay of Biscay, and it'll be taking a lot of heavy rain and thunderstorms up across the continent as well. Notice that the high pressure is now pulled out to the west of the British Isles, and we're bringing in this north or northeasterly wind through the bulk of Scandinavia and the United Kingdom. So upper air temperatures, well, it's cooling down here in the northwest. Britain and Ireland will be cooling down at the end of the week and into the weekend. Much of Scandinavia cooling off as well. The heat, though, is still through many of these central and eastern parts, and of course through the Mediterranean. Very hot weather, but a gradually cool weather is extending down from the northwest at the end of the week. A lot of precipitation through at the end of the week and into the weekend. Thunderstorms or longer spells of thundery rain here through the bulk of the British Isles. France will get a lot of storms, I think, as will the Low Countries. Denmark, Germany, some parts of Scandinavia, southern Scandinavia, anyway, getting a lot of thunderstorms or longer spells of thundery rain. So east central and northwestern parts of Europe having a very thundery end of the week. But driest weather up in the northeast, and again through the Mediterranean, where you would expect it to be dry. Convective potential, well, look at all this convective potential going on at the end of the week and into the weekend through France, Germany, round the Alps, into Denmark, the Low Countries. A lot of convective potential. I think British Isles will get some thunderstorms as well in the south on Friday, but by Saturday that thunder risk is gone, but it'll still be very wet and turning much cooler. We've got convective potential here through the Mediterranean, but the air is dry, so I don't think that convection will be realised, and no convective potential up over Scandinavia. That's because it's quite cool. Cooling down, much cooler across Britain and Ireland by next weekend. Temperatures down into the mid to upper teens, so it's a good 10 degrees or so cooler by the end of the week. Cooler weather cooler temperatures extending into France. The heat, though, it's through this central and eastern part of Europe. Temperatures again through much of Germany, Poland, and through in towards Ukraine, up into the mid-30s at least, so around the mid to upper 90s Fahrenheit. And of course it's very hot still through the Mediterranean. So this is looking like being one of the warmest weeks of the summer across pretty much the whole of the continent. Enjoy it and make most of it, because by the end of the week and into the weekend, thunderstorms will be breaking out widely and cooler weather extending back in from the north. That's it for now. Bye for now. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.